Hey, you guys, and welcome to American Culture. I have a quick question for you today. Did the thought ever occur to you that maybe you don't have ADD? You see, the thing is, we're not going to go into how there was no ADD until there was a medication for it. In fact, that it started out as an obesity drug that they realized really calmed people down. And so they were like, let's call it Adderall, which is like ADD for all. But that's a different story for another day. Go ahead and look it up if you don't believe me. With that being said, most of us don't understand that in our adulthood, that inability to concentrate really started in childhood. You see, with kids, they like to get into mischief and things like that. So we want to keep them busy. We want to keep them occupied, mainly so that they don't end up getting into a whole lot of trouble, but so that they'll end up being tired later. So you see this in schools and homes and daycares and whatnot. They'll take a very little amount of time and do something purposeful where they have to have the kids' attention and they have to teach them. And then it's immediately, here's something to occupy you. Here's something to keep you busy. Here's something to distract you. Here's something to keep you tired because I want to keep you out of the mischief until lesson time. Come learn something for the next 5 minutes. And see what that eventually grows into is the adult that has to be occupied too. And sometimes it's not always having to do something physically. Sometimes it's just you thinking of thoughts of stress, anxiety, worry, hurt, pain, guilt, shame, and then something purposeful comes along and you have to do it, and you do for a split second to know back to the occupying, the occupying thoughts that you were having. Because see, in childhood, we have somebody to snap their fingers and say, hey, listen, we have to be purposeful for 20 minutes. In adulthood, you don't have that going on. You see, I realized the other day when I didn't want to go to that job, that I was preparing to go be occupied. But this new version of myself says, no, we prepare to go harvest. We're preparing to go do purposeful things and be purposeful. That's drastically different. That's where your time, effort, and energy needs to go. And the thing is, you guys, I had so many moments that I could look back and realize that I started projects, I started on books, I started on clothes, I started on doing all this other stuff, but my head was like, no, purposeful for a little bit, occupied for a long time. And so, yeah, I want you to realize that you have been programmed, trained to be this way. This is a natural thought process of the way that you were raised. You don't have some magic disease, you guys. You don't. And it's so hard for me to get people to understand that. You don't have to diagnose yourself with a problem. It's not clinical. You're going through life. It's okay. That's how you're going to think until you don't think like that anymore. So, yeah, you switch from, purpose to chaos because you always did it that way, except for when you were younger, you had somebody telling you, no, you have to sit down and you have to do your homework and you have to do it this way for this long. In adulthood, you don't have that, which is the reason why the bouncing happens so much. Have a blessed day, you guys.